Live from Balloon Fiesta, this is KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning.
Welcome back to KOAT's special coverage of the 52nd Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. We are seeing finally, after a 47-minute delay, a hot air balloon traveling across Balloon Fiesta Park. Hopefully we'll see hundreds more. Now we're seeing, look at, that's two that we're seeing. This is so exciting. We have 3, 4, 5.
Okay, we can count.
We can count. Yeah, you know, we're just. I think we're just so excited because we were just really.
It was a build-up, right? I mean, I think they were just making us stressed. Basically,
I think so. I think they wanted it to be really even more exciting because it's the 52nd year and we have thousands of people coming to see this event. So then, we are seeing them finally lifting up, and that means that the perfect conditions are out there right now. We got that green flag finally, and this is the 50. Is that the 50th?
I think that's the 50th anniversary balloon right there. Yeah,
that's the 50th Fiesta.
Yep, and then what is that one?
I'm not exactly sure about that one.
It looks like,
go through the book.
And that's the thing, as these come to life, you can't really tell what they are, you know, the envelopes, until they lift up, and then you're like, oh, that's what that was. So it takes a moment to figure out what they are, but
so these
are the teardrop ones.
Yes, and one of the things that we wanted to do, because we've been talking all morning long, and we just need a little bit of a break so we can enjoy the view right now. So we want to go on the ground because we said as soon as one balloon lifts off, we were going to hear a crowd of cheering people. Todd is live out there on the field at Balloon Fiesta Park right now. Todd, are people screaming? Are people excited? What is the environment out there? They were waiting for so long for this to happen.
I think Todd is having fun.
I think Todd forgot about us. It's okay. He probably has a burrito in his mouth.
He's got a burrito and lots of balloons and people cheering.
But you know what? It's okay. We'll check back in with him in a few minutes. But you know, again, this is a very exciting thing that's happening because we were waiting for this all morning long for this to happen. But hopefully, you know, they'll be able to pretty much travel. And with balloons, I actually didn't know this. This is something new that I learned, that they travel based off of wind and that they don't really have control where it goes.
Yeah, there's no propeller or anything. The steering for the balloons is simply the wind. It's got a smiley face. I think we're all smiling right now. But yeah, so that's why we were very concerned, because you know, when the winds get too strong, it's not so much that the balloons can't deal with flying in the wind, it's the landing. And when they're coming down in those baskets, the gondolas, they don't have wheels on them, they don't have brakes, you know, so they just kind of bounce, and then they can fall over sometimes. So we don't want that. So that's why they're, you know, waiting for those winds to get better, and it looks like the winds are improving now, and so that's why we're seeing some of the balloons beginning to lift off, and also we're beginning to see a lot more inflate as well. So
and people are surrounding those balloons too to get their picture, because this is they say, you know, to us we say it's the most photographed in the world, but I guess it's the second most photographed event in the world, because people just, it's such a sight. You have all of the colorful balloons, and then you get all the special shapes. We have 16 new ones this year that we're excited to see. I'm seeing lots of flying pigs. That's what I'm most excited about to see. Faith Iwanu is in Sky 7 this morning. She was tracking traffic. Now we're seeing balloons in the air. Faith, are you seeing them too? Are you still above Balloon Fiesta Park?
I am getting a nice view of the balloons right now. Such a gorgeous view right now from Sky 7. We actually just saw a few balloons take off, so it's been pretty cool so far. Take a look at that new special shape right there of a brain, it looks like. A brain from Montana. I know that's what one of my managers was telling me. And like Byron said, to see those balloons inflate is such a good sign, very encouraging. Since we just got the green flag after being delayed for a while, and again, lots of new special shapes, including that brain that you see on the screen right now this year. So I think we can expect a pretty cool fiesta. Back to you guys.
Yeah, and just to cover on what Faith was saying, she has the best view,
yeah,
by the way,
really
in the house. She has the best view, so we are totally jealous of you right now, Faith. So have fun, be safe out there. And yes, she was talking about the brain from Montana. That is one of the new ones this year. Again, 16 new special shapes this year to look forward to. When you were looking at some of these,
State in the air right now.
We got that one in the air. What are the special shapes that you guys are looking forward to?
Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid is my, because because he's like my favorite outlaw. You know, you may not agree with everything he did, but I mean, I love his story, and so that's the one I really want. If I could get a pin from Billy the Kid on Thursday, I'm gonna be over the moon.
And Billy the Kid visited New Mexico quite a bit.
That's true.
There's a historic site here in New Mexico attributed to Billy the Kid. Cosmos, the Space Cowboy. I love anything to do with space stuff. So I love that stuff. We've got the Space Cowboy. We've got Cosmos.
It's on brand for Albuquerque.
I mean, yeah, right, totally. And of course the Zobra. What about you, Christiana? You have a favorite one? You said Hamlet, right?
Yeah, I said Hamlet, but then I'm looking at Crispy Bacon over here, and then
I think you want a burrito, right?
Yeah, and Pegasus. So you know what? But I love pigs. So and I love that. It's just so funny because when you hear the term flying pig, they're actually flying.
I know.
A flying pig.
We've got flying
when
pigs. We got flying cows. You know, when pigs fly, right? You hear that phrase.
Byron, I do want to ask you though. You how many of this? What is the number for you, Balloon Fiesta?
So I'm old. So I'll start with that. But this is my 23rd Balloon Fiesta.
And have you gone up?
Yeah, you know what? I have never actually gone up in a balloon by choice.
Okay.
You know,
I was about to say you're going to get a lot of emails.
I think that people, you know, if they were flying with me on a balloon, they would probably be panicked just by watching me. So, and I don't want to freak anybody else out, so I avoid getting into a balloon. But you know, I have to say that everybody that I've talked to, and I'm so excited for you guys because I'm hopeful that you guys will go up. But from everybody that I talk to, they say it's such an amazing experience because you're floating in the sky and it's silent because you know, when they turn the burner off, they let go of that burner, you're just floating in the sky with silence and you're just above everything and looking down at everything, and it's an incredible, so it sounds amazing, and I can't wait to live it through the two of you. But I'll stay here with my 2 feet on the ground.
I think I hear Todd.
I think I hear him.
Is Todd ready for us to go down to him? Not at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have to
check
keep
back in with
we'll
Todd.
have to.
So what are you hopeful to experience if you guys do get the chance to go up in a balloon?
Going up in a balloon. I hope to come down for a safe landing. That's going to be the first thing on the top of my bucket list. Right. But if you the view. You know, take pictures, get things that you normally wouldn't get from your point of view. Even like when you're up in an airplane, sometimes you're so high up that you can't really appreciate it. And so now that would be something to appreciate, you know.
You know, for everybody, one of the first things that you probably do when you move to Albuquerque, or one of the things that you do is take the tram. So you go on the tram, and those views are incredible. And going to the top of the mountain, and we look down and we see Albuquerque, and we think it's amazing. So I can only imagine what it would be like to be in a balloon to be able to see that. So you know. Yeah,
and Todd, how are people out there? They waited for this almost an hour for this to happen. What is the crowd like now?
Yeah, it's been just a complete switch. How exciting. Everyone's pumped up. The phones are out. A lot of cheering going on. Sorry about the microphone problems that we had. Good to be back with you guys now. Got Tom Garrity with me here, spokesperson for Balloon Fiesta, and well, 1 for 1, I guess, huh?
Hey, you know, we got the balloons are flying. You know, it took us a little bit to get there, but we are good to go, and it's always great to see shapes starting to inflate as well, because that's a sign that the winds are just right.
It's calm enough down here on the ground. It's probably pretty windy higher up. You're saying maybe lower flights today?
Yeah, you know, I was just watching the Fiesta balloon. Judy Nakamura, the board president, she's flying and she's keeping really low. A lot of the balloons are staying low, so they must be keeping an eye on that foot at about that 1,000-foot layer.
They're heading toward the river. We might be able to get one of those fun splash and dashes, right?
I think, yeah, they are actually positioned perfectly for splash and dash, just a little bit north side of Corrales.
So I've been covering this for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Incredible event. I love coming out here, as everyone does. It keeps getting better. I don't know how you guys keep doing this, but there's just improvements year after year. Skyboxes, what else has happened this year that has made improvements?
Well, you know, there's a lot of the little improvements. You know, Skybox is definitely very popular. You know, for me, it's always fun to, you know, walk around the field and see how good it looks. You know, the city of Albuquerque does a great job with that. And we have new launch markers on the field this year. They are about thigh high. And so if you can't necessarily, you'll trip over them. I mean, they're that big stuff. And it's really helpful because we have a lot of guests who want to find their favorite balloons. And so they just grab the Balloon Fiesta app, they plug in the name of their balloon or the state that they want to be able to find, and it will take them directly there. And those launch markers are really good because it shows you exactly where you are, whether it's E5 or S10. So yeah, those are just some of the simple improvements.
But big improvements. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fantastic. This is the best thing about coming here too. It's so user friendly. Had a couple from Kentucky talking to me earlier, and they're like, "Where can I stand?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Go talk to the pilot. They love it."
Yeah, there are a lot of international events, balloon events, where you're not allowed to approach the balloons like this. And so when we work with the international media when they come in, there's sometimes a little bit of re-education that needs to take place to say, yeah, you can actually go up and touch the envelope if you want and stuff. Just don't interfere with flight operations. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Unbelievable. I do want to mention too, Camp 505 as well. That's another option for people to camp. Actually in tents, and you get good access?
Yeah, Camp 505 is really popular, and here's the reason why. This is the second year, is because you get to, a 3-day camp stay, and then when you're done, you just roll up the sleeping bag, you take down the tent, you take some other things with you, and you get to take them with you. And so it's like a Balloon Fiesta souvenir that you can use up in the mountains on a camping trip.
That is fantastic. Thank you for stopping by. Did you think we were flying an hour ago?
I was okay. I was a little nervous there, Todd. I was a little nervous, but I'm feeling good now.
Yeah, it feels fantastic, and the crowd's still cheering. Tom, congratulations. Another
Thanks,
great
Todd.
Balloon Fiesta. And
Thank you.
1 for 1. All right, thanks for stopping by, Tom. All right, guys, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
Well,
Christiana and Corey's first Balloon Fiesta. I bet you're having a blast. Byron could handle the studio, too. Traffic's low. You should just come out here. I could hang out with you guys. I'll buy you a burrito.
I love that idea, Todd. And the burritos on him.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, wow. Now
All
he's
right.
spoiling us. He's saying ditch the desk and ditch the show and go
just
out
go
there.
out there and
but actually, right behind
wait, is
Todd,
that a
we saw
That is a
that
teddy
one's
bear.
a teddy bear. We can't find where that one was, but the one behind Todd, we saw Wags.
Yeah.
And that is from where?
Illinois. It looks like it's from
Illinois.
Danville, Illinois.
Okay.
And what we also saw from the Sky 7, I don't know if you saw that a moment ago, but some of the balloons were very near the Rio Grande, the river, and that oftentimes happens during balloon. See, so this one right here is flying over the Bosque, and we can see sometimes some of the balloons will do what they call a splash and dash. And so the balloonist, the pilot, will let off the burner, and the balloons will gracefully come down and just splash the water. And
that's
and all
fun.
the people on the the people that are on the gondola, they'll get splashed with a burst of water, and then they'll rise back up. So it's called a splash and dash. And I don't know, it looks like some of them are getting pretty close there to perhaps the Rio Grande. So that would be awesome to see if someone were doing some of the splash and dash. And I mean, the conditions look pretty good. They're staying low like we thought,
Right.
but they're moving at a pretty slow pace. So that's all a good thing.
But even the special shapes getting inflated is like
Yeah.
a win. That's a win in my mind too.
Yeah,
we
especially
saw
for
the brain.
first. We got that Lobos balloon out there. That looks like it was the Lobos.
Looks
Look
like
at,
this
yeah,
one's
we
going
see
to try to
that
do a splash and dash right
one
here.
is going.
comes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right, we're gonna let you enjoy the balloons with music for a few minutes too. So we're gonna be quiet.
enjoy.
Mexico. It is 8:03 now, and the mass ascension at the 52nd annual Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta is in full swing. We can see one of the balloons. I think that's one of the Rainbow Riders.
Yes.
They're trying to get closer to the water, and you were explaining that this is called the, what is this called?
Splash and Dash.
Splash and Dash. So they try to get as close to the water as possible so that they can
do a little splash. And you know, it's fun because, you know, if you're, this is, and I hear this from everybody else that's done it, they say it's kind of cool because, you know, it's a little frightening getting close to water, but then you splash and everybody gets a little splash of water, and then they lift back up and fire up their burners. But we're getting a kaleidoscope of colors here. You know, more and more balloons are inflating, more and more balloons are beginning to lift off. And, you know, we were expecting this. We talked about this, Corey and I, you know, that the weather conditions would be more favorable as we went through the morning. So we've got that window until 10 o'clock in the morning. And so we still got a good 2 hours of flying going for the mass ascension.
Yeah, and this is good because it was about a 45-minute delay.
Yeah, we were a little...
what we anticipated. So people were sweating and
like,
they
what's
were like,
going on?
oh man, you know, a lot of disappointed faces out there. But, you know, this is one of the biggest events in the world. We have people from all over the country coming in to see this. And they finally got what they came here for. And, you know, they did get their bellies full with burritos and coffee. And Todd
the Indian tacos we heard about.
Yep. And Todd Kurtz, he's been out there live all morning long at Balloon Fiesta Park talking to some of the people, the visitors. He just got done with an interview with one of the spokespersons.
I think he promised you guys some burritos, right?
He did promise us
some burritos.
as long
as we make it out there.
Right. He said if we get out here. So Todd, did you buy our burritos yet? What's going on?
I want them to be fresh. So the second you guys get out here, I'll buy the burritos. I've got cash. It's burning a hole in my pocket right now. Just had the Colorado balloon lift off. So Colorado balloon, beautiful sky scene there. We flew it right next to the Visit Albuquerque balloon, just so they understand, you know, who grows the better green chili. They have beautiful mountains up there in Colorado. No denying that, and they try hard on the green chili, but it doesn't match New Mexican green chili. So they're flying next to each other. I heard you guys mention Rainbow Riders, and gave a shout out to Scott Appleman and our deepest respects to his family as they've gone through the loss this year of Scott Appleman. And I did want to mention, you know, Scott Appleman was just an incredible ambassador for ballooning. He was the first person who I had ever interviewed. We came out to the park. The first person I interviewed when I got to New Mexico, came out to the park to do a ballooning story. He cold inflated a balloon on his own. He actually had me help out, and he just wanted the visual to be the best that it could be. So he didn't have any help. He cold inflates this balloon. Someone shows up on his team, so he has one guy there. He's like, well, I'll just inflate it all the way then. And then he finds out during the course of the interview that I had never been up in a balloon. So he makes me get in the gondola. As we get in the gondola, he's like, you got to feel the sensation of lifting off. And this was just a very short interview that we were planning to do. He took 45 minutes out of his day. He lifted off from the park. It was windy that day too. So he tells the worker who was there, we're just going for a quick one. We take off from the north end. We land on the south end of the park. A bit of a rough landing. Had a great laugh with him. And he's just going to be so dearly missed at this event. He was fantastic to everyone in media. I can't say enough great things about all of the interactions I had with Scott Appleman throughout the last 10 years. So I wanted to mention that, as Rainbow Riders are such a big part of Balloon Fiesta, and they're always the ones who are lifting off first here. And Rainbow Riders lifted off today. It's been a great show so far. I'll toss it back to you guys in the studio.
I love that story that Todd shared, because it's, you know, when we think about Balloon Fiesta, we think about those stories. We don't think just about the balloons and
that
stuff. But
it brings so many people together, and it's such an event that's such a community event. And we've already heard, you know, of course, Todd's story. We've heard about the fact from Tom Garrity that a lot of the people at other ballooning events are not allowed to go up and interact with the pilots. But this is a very submersive, interactive experience. So you can actually go in and learn about the whole process that goes into ballooning, but you can also meet new people and hear those stories. Yeah, make new friends.
And ballooning too. The pilots who have been doing this for years. We talked to one earlier in the morning who's been doing it for 7 years, especially here at Balloon Fiesta. So this is something that they really pour their whole hearts and their lives into. It's a passion for sure. And these are balloons from all over the world.
Really, it's amazing. 16 different countries represented. So yeah, it's an international event for sure, and it happens right here every year in Albuquerque.
In Albuquerque.
Of all places, right?
Yeah, and we have Faith Iwanu. She's up in the Sky 7 right now, and you have the best view in the house, Faith. We are so jealous of you. Have you seen a balloon out there that is your favorite so far?
Hey, Christiana. No, not yet. I'm still looking for Arabelle. I know she had some trouble taking off sometime last year, but like you said, we are getting beautiful, breathtaking views from our photojournalist, Jeff, right now in Sky 7, and dozens of balloons are starting to take off here, so it's been pretty cool so far. And like you guys said, we're still looking out for a splash and dash. We just saw one pretty close to the Rio Grande not too long ago. And again, I'm still looking for some new special shapes. It's a lot to be expected this year, so we're excited. Back to you guys.
Faith, thank you. And yes, we did see a new one that we didn't mention earlier, Frank Boy.
Yeah, I think we saw it inflating, right, on the ground, and we were hoping to see that one lift up. And that's kind of like a little Frankenstein.
Baby one.
From Brazil.
His little brother.
Yeah, I know, his little brother.
Brother, son, one of them.
One of them, right?
Yeah.
And one of the big fan favorites, of course, for Balloon Fiesta is the bees. And we always talk about Lily, Jolie, and I think Joey, Jolie, and Lily bees. And we haven't seen those yet, but we've seen
the
brain is lifting off. I'm thinking things are looking up.
Yeah.
Get it? I'm thinking,
Looking up.
I'm sorry,
Looking
dad
up.
joke.
I
Sorry.
was like, yeah, I'm like all serious.
I'm thinking things are looking up because there's a brain in the sky.
Yeah. The brains was
sorry.
next to Teddy Twins. I wonder what happened to Teddy Twins.
There's Frank Boy.
There we go. Frank
Frank
Boy
Boy.
is right
See,
there.
now we're learning the names, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And this is great because
For Halloween coming up. you know?
exactly, we are going to see lots of spooky characters out there. So we
Yeah.
do have another one, Frankenstein, that's
I think
also from Brazil.
I seen one that was a vampire shape as well. You know,
Yeah.
speaking of spooky characters.
Yeah, we have a bat. So that one is Belzebub, and that one's from France.
In some of
It's
the shots.
Vampire. I can't even say
Yeah,
it.
it's a long
I
one.
can spell it better than I can. Vampire Ella.
Vampire Ella. Okay, we'll have to watch for that one. And you know, we saw, of course, I don't know if you saw in some of the shots, there's a splash dash trying to happen right now over the
Right.
Rio Grande. That's pretty amazing. But we've seen some of the stormtroopers on the field because they have got the Darth Vader balloon and the Yoda balloon.
that's
so, you know, that's kind of a fun experience for the kids that are out there. You know, they get to see the stormtroopers and the lightsabers. Remember, you saw those lightsabers?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So.
Well, and you were talking too, Byron, about like for the kids that one of the things for them, it's much more than just seeing the balloons take off because that's amazing. I mean, look at that view. I mean,
Right.
that's just too much to count for us
It's a
now.
lot.
That's the most that I've seen here in Albuquerque the 4 months that Corey and I have been here.
Yep.
But you were saying that they can actually go up and interact with the pilots and ask them for pins.
Yeah, and you know, I was kind of giving you guys a little tip that if you're really nice, you know, and you ask nicely
Bat your eyelashes.
and really admire, right, and really admire their balloons, you know, the pilots oftentimes will have the pins of their balloons, and since there are 60,000 pins that people collect at Balloon Fiesta, you know, you want to have as many as possible. I have some pins, I need some more, but you know, you can go up to the pilots and you can say, hey, you know, really cool balloon, do you have any pins? You know,
My excuse is
yeah.
going to be, it's my birthday.
There you go.
In 11 days.
That's-
In 11 days.
that
In
is
11
true,
days.
Corey, that's true.
That's a good one to throw out there.
I think mine will just be like, listen, yours
Listen.
was the only one I was looking forward to today.
See, I like how you guys are working your angles right now. That's awesome. There's the Teddy Twins taken to the air.
That's
Teddy
cute.
Twins. And look, one on each side.
Everybody loves teddy bears, right?
That's super sweet. Well, you know what? We are going to leave you with this last live look of the balloons from Balloon Fiesta Park, and we're going to head over into a quick break. We'll be right back.
Sky 7's aerial coverage of Balloon Fiesta is sponsored by International Protective Services. Live from Balloon Fiesta, this is KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 52nd Annual Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Yes, international. That means that we have pilots from all over the world and people, visitors. Look at this. Special Shapes are taking the show today. This is Frank Boy from Brazil. Right? He's flying across the sky, and really the Special Shapes take the show. I mean, all the balloons, of course, the beautiful colors are amazing, but the Special Shapes are just so much fun. The first passengers in a balloon were actually sheep and a duck and a rooster.
Is that crazy?
True?
Yeah,
that is true.
That's a Balloon Fiesta fun fact.
First.
Well, they always have to test out the animals before they.
I know, right? But yeah, this is you never know what you're going to see in the sky over Albuquerque. That's for sure.
And that was way back in 1783. So it just comes to show you how far.
I remember that. I was
come.
actually here for that.
Oh my God! Corey, come on.
That was 240 years ago.
You know.
Man, look at this. So we're seeing even more balloons coming up. This is the mass ascension right now, and we do want to get you on the ground because we have been just talking, giving you these wide shots here, but we want to get to Julian Barras. We haven't heard from him in a while. He is at the field right now. Julian, have you been talking to people? What have you been up to? We've missed you, buddy.
Well, I hope you guys can hear me now because we've been trying to figure out what signal is out here at Balloon Fiesta Park. But because we are looking at mass ascension as we speak. Now, we're not going to move the camera too much, but I am going to be describing what we're seeing and who we've been talking to. Everyone that we've been speaking with, at least on the sidebars, is just so ecstatic that this is actually happening. At one point, people were concerned to take place because there were winds earlier this morning. But as we can see, that's no longer the case. I'm sure hoping that Faith and Jeff are being able to get some fantastic shots right now because this is absolutely picture perfect. And everyone out here is in awe, just being able to look at these balloons inflate as they start to take the skies, being able to spend time with their friends and families. This is what Balloon Fiesta is about, and it's such a treat to be able to see this for the first time in the morning, covering it for KOAT. I know I said earlier in the newscast, I am not a morning person, not a lot of the time, but being able to see this is really a sight to see. So the message that everyone else has for the folks that haven't come out yet, please take your time, take your family, your friends, and be able to enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime event like this. I'll send it back to you guys.
Julian, thank you so much. And really, you can't get a bad seat in the house when it comes to hundreds of balloons in the air.
You know, oh my bad, I didn't mean
no,
to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking about, like, you look at what you see today, and you know, all these balloons, probably, I think I heard earlier in the week it might be 640, but you think about where Balloon Fiesta started, way back in 1972 with only 13 balloons at the Coronado Mall, you know, just lifting off, and then now today we have just over 600. It just goes to show how much it can grow and how much people appreciate this event each year.
At one point, they had nearly 1,000 balloons, and they realized that was a little too much of a good thing, and so they were like, okay, let's get this under control. So they put a little cap on it, but you know, at over 600, still impressive. And you know, this brings a lot of money to the state. I want to talk about the economic impact real quick, because you know, with the more than 800,000 guests that visit during Balloon Fiesta during the 9-day event, 76% of those visitors are actually from out of state, outside of New Mexico. And a study was done. It figured about more than $200 million is generated from the guests that visit Balloon Fiesta here in New Mexico. So that's a huge economic impact for us. So it's bringing money into the state. It's such a great thing.
And let's check in with Todd Kurtz. He's live at Balloon Fiesta Park. Todd, tell us what you're seeing and how are people reacting out there. Do you have a visitor with you this time?
How's it going? Hey guys, hey, you want to be on the news? I just went live. All right. We got an impromptu interview going on right now. Now she has to say yes.
I'm shy.
What's your name?
My name's Shania.
Shania, and you're the shy one of the group?
I'm the shy one.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. Shania. What's your name?
Bianca.
Bianca, where are you guys from?
Carlsbad, New Mexico.
No way. Carlsbad's awesome. You didn't drive up this morning, did you?
No, we drove by yesterday.
Because you would have left at like midnight to get here. How long are you staying?
Just the weekend.
Have you done Fiesta before?
No, this is our first year.
And what do we think?
I love it. It's gorgeous here. Yeah.
It's really cool. I've never would have experienced this.
You want us to move over? Oh, we're getting direction over here. This is live TV. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a blast. What's been the best part so far? The burritos, the coffee, the balloons?
I haven't got a burrito yet, but that's where I'm working.
Yeah, we're headed that way, but these balloons are just amazing.
It really is. You didn't get to see Dawn Patrol, so tomorrow, are you coming back tomorrow morning?
No, I don't think so. We'll be in Santa Fe.
Oh, jeez. You guys just got an awesome New Mexican vacation, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing up in Santa Fe?
Meow Wolf.
We're going to go see some Meow Wolf.
You see the balloon?
Yeah.
I did.
The Meow Wolf?
Somewhere out there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, I'm glad this worked out. I hope you have fun up here in north central New Mexico. Say hi to everyone down in southeastern part of the state.
Hello.
You got some cool weather too.
Yes.
Compared to what you guys have down there.
Yeah.
It's been a hot summer, hasn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. I was looking for an interview too, so wasn't able to find any. Oh, are you guys coming on? Did you talk him into it? What is going on here? This is just working out. This is my favorite couple out here. Look at these two lovebirds. I've been watching them, all googly eyes all morning long, and look at this. What's your guys' names?
I'm Adrian.
I'm Kendra.
And where are you from?
New Mexico, here, Santa Fe.
Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome to Albuquerque. Whose idea? And how did this all come about?
Actually,
I knew he was gonna blame you.
Actually, they were his idea.
Yeah, we were gonna go to here, and then we're going to the pumpkin patch.
In costumes at the pumpkin patch too? No, come on. I mean, if
we
you
have pumpkin hoodies.
Oh my
for the
gosh,
pumpkin patch.
are you guys not the cutest couple? How long have you been together?
Almost a year.
Almost a year, huh? Well, it seems to be going pretty well right now.
Thank you.
You never stop doing this either. I think that's the key, right?
Yeah, definitely the key.
How old are you guys?
16.
16.
In which school?
Santa Fe. I mean, yeah, Santa Fe High.
Santa Fe High.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks for. Who did you have to talk him into it? My guy. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a good time. All right. Well, that worked out pretty well. We had no interviews lined up. We just got 2 and a couple of New Mexicans. That's fantastic. What a blast it is out here. Hope you guys are having fun in the studio. I'll toss it back to you.
Todd, you're definitely having more fun than us out there. He didn't really have to do much work. They all came walking
he's
up
like a
to
magnet, Todd. You know, I mean, people just are attracted to his presence.
And,
but,
and those teenagers, I think they were teenagers. They were so adorable.
In
with
those
their
costumes?
Yeah.
I bet you I know their favorite balloon. You know, I'm
You
one of the
think?
bet is Arabelle.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see her coming up. We did see a few of the special shapes though. Joda balloon from Brazil was getting inflated, and then we had Byron. Which one
it's
did
called.
we also see?
It's a weird one, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Bezelbuth from France, apparently.
It looks like a little
It's got horns on it.
like a vampire
Something.
bat type thing.
Yeah, a little bat vampire with
like
teeth
that.
and fangs.
Yeah, so we are going to go to Faith Iwanu, though. She is up in Sky 7 this morning, and look at that beautiful view that you have, Faith.
Hey guys, yeah, good morning, Christiana. Just a beautiful, breathtaking view right now from Sky 7. Earlier, we just caught a glimpse of balloons floating over the Rio Grande right now. We still see some balloons taking off as well. There's a few still inflating on the ground. And like Julian said earlier, picture perfect view. We also just saw some special shapes take off, including what may be a fan favorite, that brain from Montana, or I don't know, Frank Boy from Brazil. So we'll see, but back to you guys in the studio.
If y'all had to pick between those two, which one y'all are going with?
I like the Frank Boy one.
Yeah.
Frank
but
Boy's pretty
yeah,
cute.
because it's Halloween's coming up. It's October, so.
And you're seeing him float through the sky, his little legs, and he has a big head. It's kind of a funny thing to watch. So, but they have really cool ones. I even saw a Paw Patrol one, but this is called Police Dog. It's from Utah, and that one I think is going to be a fan favorite for the kids.
And that that's the thing. I mean, I think I can only imagine what goes through a kid's head when they see this. Because they're watching this and they're just thinking, "Wow, look at all those cool colors," and it inspired those younger people that we saw earlier to dress up in that costume. And I think that's what this does. It really brings a lot of inspiration and imagination when you're at the event and watching it here on TV too. It's just incredible to see all those colors in the sky.
And you probably could step outside of your door right now and see this, depending on where you're at.
Yeah, here in Albuquerque, you could probably have a good view just about anywhere, especially in the North Valley, in the northern part of town.
And we're seeing more balloons, even going over towards the Rio Grande right now.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll do a little
Splash and dash, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see that. I actually hiked up the Sandias again this week with our producer Colin, and I was thinking about from there, do you think that would be a good site to see the balloons? Because I have seen before a couple of them.
Yeah, and it's funny because we will take shots from our. Oh, there's another.
That's Vampirella.
Vampirella.
Is that one Vampirella?
I think so.
Yeah, that one is. That one is from Belgium.
Yeah.
Belgium. Okay.
That's Vampirella. So we're seeing lots of special.
So we got Bezelbuth, which I guess could be the male version, and then we got Vampirella, which is the female.
Maybe they're dating.
Maybe
you never know.
They both have fangs. We know that.
Yeah.
But the view we've done that from the crest cam sometimes, where we've zoomed in on the crest cam from the crest, looking down at Balloon Fiesta Park, and it's funny because you would think that it'd be a great view, but they look tiny because they're so small, from that distance.
Right.
But that's why we like to get up close and personal with our shots here and give you a better view. But still
and
pretty
it's
amazing.
definitely a bucket list. That's something that you should go and do. Remember, this is happening for 9 days.
Yeah.
We want to be quiet now, and we want you to enjoy the balloons and with a little bit of music for a few minutes.
Sky 7's aerial coverage of Balloon Fiesta is sponsored by International Protective Services. Live from Balloon Fiesta, this is KOAT Action 7 News. More in the morning.
We finally made it to the day. Good morning, New Mexico. It is 8:32. You're watching KOAT special coverage of the 52nd annual Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
It's been a fun morning.
Yes, we want to give you a live look out there right now. We waited
the brain.
Yes, this is the brain. Looks like it's going to do a splash and
the
dash.
brain is thinking about doing a splash and dash.
All right, and we do want to take you on the ground because Todd Kurtz, who's live on the field at Balloon Fiesta Park, has a special guest with him.
Sorry. Oh, go ahead. Oh, there we go. We are live right now. We're chatting it up. I'm with the man who needs no introduction. In case you're watching from a different state or something, this is Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller. Well, this worked out pretty well. It was a little iffy there about an hour ago.
You know, it's been a long time since we haven't taken off on the first day. And so I was a little worried. I was like, oh, the streak might be broken. And what's great is actually a late start is great because traffic and everything, it allows people to get in. So we don't encourage it, but I think everyone made everyone extra happy because traffic's always rough first day. Today was basically normal, but the point is everyone got to see the balloons, and that's all you can ask for.
Dawn Patrol is always a treat, but I think we would sacrifice that, right, for hundreds of balloons in the sky, and that's what happened today when it was a little windy. It looks like Zozobra's cold inflating. This is the newest special shape. This is a partnership between Albuquerque and Santa Fe.
Yeah, so it's mostly the Zozobra team that actually puts it on out of Santa Fe, which is the Kiwanis, I believe.
Yep.
And so, but they needed, fundraising to help sponsor it. And so what Santa Fe, the city, did in Albuquerque is we said, let's both sponsor it because it represents Santa Fe, but flies at the Albuquerque Fiesta. And of course it's Old Man Gloom. So it's awesome. And so this year, super excited, first Fiesta for Zozobra.
Well, it's combining really two of the greatest events in New Mexico. Were you up there for the 100th Zozobra this year?
I was there for the 99th. It's my wedding anniversary, so I did not make it. And my nephew got married, so I missed it. So I'm super excited because I have not seen it inflate. But we decided to do it about 18 months ago. So it's also one of those things where you really anticipate it, and so it's extra special to see it inflating right now.
You were born and raised here, too. Raised here, at least. Pius?
Yes, born and raised. You got it, yeah.
Pius just beat Academy.
Shout out to Sartans. It was a great game.
They just beat Academy.
Were it not for Fiesta, I would have been there.
So you've had a lot of Fiestas, though, I'm guessing. What's your favorite part coming out here?
Oh, goodness. I'll tell you two quick stories. When I was a kid growing up, it was chasing them on my bicycle. And I just remember every morning they used to fly over our house when it was in a different place. And so anyway, you chase them and help them pack up the balloon. Yeah. You're like junior chase crew. Yeah. So fun. Cool. And, and also my parents would just, I wouldn't see them till noon, and so that was awesome. And then as an adult, last year I got to fly on when they carry the flag. And so I got to see the morning Dawn Patrol flicker, which is when they do the burners, but from the sky. That was unbelievable. It was
it's good to be the mayor.
Ritual. Yeah, that was cool. There's good pictures if you look at it online. So, but yeah, I'll never forget that. And I've actually only been able to do that once, so that was awesome.
It's good to be the mayor, I'm sure, on a day like this when it turns out and the balloons go up too.
It's true,
How about the warmth today? Doesn't this feel warmer than most Fiestas?
It does. And we got the elephant taking off behind you, so the crowd's cheering. And, yes, look, the warm temperature is great for all the spectators. Pretty much everyone loves it. We want to keep it below 90 though, because then it takes so much propane for them to fly. Totally. But I'm grateful to be mayor, and we always say, everything's the mayor's fault. So when it's good, like today, we also like to be the weather's great. We worked on it really hard.
Notre Dame's righted the ship, it appears, as well, right? You're a big football fan.
You got it. Love my alma mater, of course, and they're off
this week, and then you got Stanford next week. But after that little blip,
your college.
After that little blip, which I'm sorry to bring up, but you're still in it. You got a chance for the college football playoffs. Are you going to be able to catch a game this year?
Only maybe because it's the college playoffs that early, like if they're 12 or 11, I'm hoping to maybe go to one of those early games.
Sure.
And but it's too late already scheduling wise. So last year went to one in South Bend. That was incredible. And I will just mention one time UNM played Notre Dame a couple of years ago. That was unforgettable. As a New Mexican,
must have been in South Bend.
Yes, the whole town. There were 5,000, 10,000 New Mexicans.
Yeah.
And then, all these Notre Dame fans. And so it was one of the coolest sort of crossroads of my life experiences. It was pretty cool.
Fantastic. Well, I'm happy you stopped by today. Anything else you want to get out to people of Albuquerque?
Hey, just enjoy it. And remember, there's fun stuff going on, too, like Greek Fest.
Oh, yeah.
There's music all weekend at downtown and next weekend, or Old Town.
Yeah.
And Nob Hill has specials. And, don't forget to support local business. We always want to push folks to some of our small businesses. And we love our city.
We absolutely do. Gazebo, right? I think noon to 4, something like that. They're going to rotate some bands there. So
yep, that'll be there next weekend too.
That's cool. Thanks for chatting.
Awesome. Appreciate
Mayor
it.
Keller,
Happy Fiesta.
Thanks for stopping by. Happy Fiesta indeed. Toss it back to you guys in the studio.
I think Todd forgot about the turkey. So while we're here,
baby chicken.
So we are looking at baby chicken from Egg from Netherlands right now. That looks like it's trying to lift off the ground.
Trying to lift off, towering next to
I think it is off the ground.
Zozobra. Oh yeah, it's lifted.
Off the ground.
There we
There's
go.
Snorkel right there.
Oh, and then the snorkel guy. This is DOTB, Germany.
DOTB.
And then we see Zozobra laying down.
Baby Egg is lifting off, right? The baby chicken from
chicken
Egg.
From Egg.
Baby chicken from Egg.
That sounds like a 3-year-old right
know.
That's baby chicken from Egg.
cannot.
I'm sorry.
I can't. I'm gonna
We've
be
had too many burritos.
Yeah, maybe too. You know, you guys inhaled your burritos.
Yeah,
I'm
mine's is gone.
I know.
That is funny. But we also saw another fun shape as well. We saw Pico from United Kingdom, and that one was a cute little. It looked like a little baby turkey.
Yeah.
It had colorful, or maybe a peacock. I'm not really sure what that one was, but we can see more and more lifting off the ground. This is just, it's been the past, I mean, almost an hour now, right?
Yeah, and it was a delayed start. So, of course, this morning we were all like apprehensive. We were cautiously optimistic. We were thinking, oh no, this isn't scary. The yellow flag was up and we were hearing, you know, that the winds were too strong above the surface. And then, boom, we were on air. And then finally the green flag went up and then things started lifting off. And that crowd on the field just looks huge. Somewhere in there is, of course, Todd and Julian right now. But
that's really hard to believe, right?
It's just, yeah.
And it's incredible. This is mine and Corey's first balloon fiesta. So we are here in studio, but we're going to try to get out there on Thursday, and that's going to be really fun for us to see.
What do you think you're going to do when you get out there for the first time?
I'm going to try to get my Billy the Kid pin. That's what I'm going to try to do.
We already established that.
Okay,
And give me a poster, too. You know, you got to have something to come back and say you went there.
You gotta have
a picture, Corey.
A picture. There you go. Yeah.
Well, that's cool too. But I want to look at something.
This is the second most photographed event in the world. We've been talking about that. No, really, I'm on it. This
You're
is one of
Hamlet pin, right?
my bucket. I'm gonna probably get that pin, yeah, or a Pegasus. I really like crispy bacon.
What about the mouse one that you were talking?
Oh yeah, that little rat one was cute too. But I honestly am just really excited for the opportunity to actually go into one. This is something that has been on my bucket list.
You're going to be lifting off, and we're excited about that. So, you know, we've got 16 new special shapes this year, a total of 106 special shapes. And the Zozobra is the one that, you know, we were hearing about that they're partnering with Zozobra Balloon Fiesta to get that Zozobra balloon. But it's amazing to see that partnership, because we had Zozobra in late August, early September. And we always look forward to that. And these are just big events that are kind of all marrying together, and it's just a great thing.
And it's really fun too, because we get to see hundreds of balloons flying in the air. We get the splash and dash that you were talking about, but that's not the only thing that's happening as well. You can go and try all of these food vendors, and then we also have around 10 o'clock, so right after the show, something else that you guys can go do, which is fun for everyone. They're going to have an auction going on, and that is going to be the chainsaw carving auction.
And that's really cool. And you know, people don't understand that the park is open all day long, so you can go out there anytime just to, you know, see the chainsaw sculptures, or just to check out the vendors, to enjoy that, to maybe fly a kite if you want to, or whatever. But so the park is open all day long for people to head out there. And then in the evening, of course, we've got a skydiving event scheduled at 5 o'clock. And the glow, of course, the Twilight, I always get this wrong, Twilight Twinkle Glow is this evening. And that's
they have a fireworks show too.
Yeah, the fireworks show. And I have to tell you guys, the morning, of course, watching all the balloons going up is pretty cool. But when you go in the evenings, it's so amazing, because you've got that sunset and you got all these colors from the balloons glowing.
That's
so
true.
you'll have to check that out. Yeah.
It's hard to choose. We're going to go early.
You have to stay there all day.
Yeah, stay there all day. If you don't have anything to do, just stay there. Bring lots of water. That's one of the items that you can bring in, of course. And then look at this. We have another special shape that is, I think this one is Steggy from Brazil.
Yeah, I think that's Steggy.
And then right next to it,
Frankenstein.
We got the big Frankenstein, but I don't know if that's his real name.
Yeah, that's his name.
It is Frankenstein from Brazil. Brazil has been killing it today.
They are bringing the power today. But yeah, so we got.
They're in their bag, as the kids would say.
I wonder if they're going to fill up. We don't know if they're going to fill up.
Are they
inflating or deflating?
I think they're inflating.
I know. I don't know. Frankenstein looks a little slouchy.
It's a little slouchy, right?
Well, I'm on the positive side. So, you know, I'm looking at Steggy. I think he's inflating. He doesn't look like he's losing any air. I think Frankenstein's going to do the same thing.
And that one right there next to it, that's
the dinosaur?
Koku Mag right there. See with the little,
the clock?
Yeah, the clock. Koku Mag is what it's from. Guess where it's from?
Where?
Brazil.
I know. Basically, Brazil brought all the special
Brazil's
shapes.
bringing all the special shapes. Seems
That's
like,
true. Yeah, we have, and most of them are allowed to bring up to 2 different balloons. So, and again, this is an international event. So we have people from all over the world coming in, and they get to bring in their balloons and showcase their arts here, because this really is art if you think about it.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is.
And I believe in Brazil, if I'm not incorrect, they speak Portuguese. I believe.
I can't.
And,
I don't know.
If so, brush up on your Portuguese before you head out there, or Spanish, you know.
Yeah, and then we do have Faith Ibuanu, and she is in Sky 7 this morning, and she's getting a really great view of this mass ascension right now. We're seeing that huge crowd. We're seeing lots of those special shapes. So Faith, how are you doing up there? You've been out there all morning long. What's the view looking like now that we're seeing even more balloons up?
Hey, Christiana, I'm doing really good. Like you said, we've been here for a few hours now, still captivating those gorgeous views from our photojournalist Jeff right now in Sky 7. And again, dozens of balloons have taken off. There's still a few inflating on ground, and a good sign, like Byron said, but hundreds are still gathering on the field. Lots of crowds coming in, tons and tons of excitement as we wait for more new special shapes to take off this year. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you, Faith. And we're trying to figger out, it looks like kind of a spider pig type thing or something.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that one before. I'm just having a hard time finding it now.
I know.
Like right when you need it.
Yeah, we were trying to look for it, but you can see it's still going on. So if you are tuning in from your car and you're just listening in to us and you are stuck in traffic, Todd said that he's hearing that traffic isn't so bad now. So again, this is a great opportunity right now that you can still go inside. I'm sure that there is still spots for you to go and take a look. And again, you never have a bad seat when it comes to hundreds of balloons flying, across the city. Look at this. Look at
it's
that.
just gorgeous. And we also try to remind people that, you know, it's tough because when you are driving, you want to look up at the balloons, but keep your eye on the road. Until you get to the park, and then you can enjoy the balloons, or if you're at your home or whatever, of course. And we're going to let you look at some more balloons here and enjoy the balloons for a moment, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Sky 7's aerial coverage of Balloon Fiesta is sponsored by International Protective Services. Live from Balloon Fiesta, this is KOAT Action 7 News More in the Morning.
Welcome back to KOAT's special coverage of the 52nd Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Look at that view.
Wow.
We just have to just take it all in for a second.
That's
because
right.
we were waiting for
It looks
this.
fake almost, doesn't it?
It really does. It looks like a picture
It
perfect.
doesn't even look like the movie.
This is from our
Just
TriGas
static.
action cam, and this is just a perfect screen grab shot.
Wow.
You could put that as like a
I
screensaver
know.
on your computer.
Literally on your computer, just to have that every day, and it just makes you smile. And you know, right there, we've got, of course, in that shot, we had the Balloon Fiesta Museum and the Balloon Fiesta Park. And looking up, this is from, I believe, on the field there, or maybe from Sky 7, I don't know, but either way, you look up and you see balloons surrounding you from all directions. So it's been an incredible day. You know, one of those days that we're kind of a little apprehensive. We were scared at first because,
of a
it was
delay.
kind of questionable, but once things got going, it really took off, literally. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
and
great.
Todd Kurtz, he interviewed
That's
the
a good
mayor,
way
and
to
he
put
was
it.
saying,
A little pun took off literally. My bad.
and Todd Kurtz, he interviewed the mayor, and the mayor was like, "We haven't had the first day of a Balloon Fiesta that we had a delay in a while, so it's been a while." And yes, Todd is down there live on the field at Balloon Fiesta Park still. Todd, what's going on out there? How are people reacting? We're seeing lots of special shapes.
Oh, it's been a blast for sure. I promised a short hit this time, but I had to get this couple in here because we just had a special moment happen at Balloon Fiesta. First, would you say your names?
My name's David.
My name is Promesa.
And David was down on one knee for, what were you doing down there?
I was asking her to marry me.
And how did that go?
Great. I said yes.
Can we see the ring? Oh, dang, David. Look at that. How pretty is that? And the pictures, have you seen them yet? How'd they turn out with the balloons?
Awesome. Amazing. With the balloons in the background, made it perfect.
How long have you been planning this?
About 3 months.
And you get other people involved? What was it
Yeah, I
like?
had her parents, my friends, everything. So we're doing everything we could to make it perfect.
And did it work in this world of texting? Were you surprised?
Yes, very.
Well, what a special moment. Congratulations to the two of you. Best of luck in the future, and enjoy celebrating tonight. So we got Balloon Fiesta tomorrow, then Plainview, back to Plainview after the weekend. Have fun. Some Texans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for swinging over here. Congratulations. All right, guys. It's a beautiful event. There's another example why. Toss it back to you in the studio.
Todd made up for earlier. Like that was honestly, I gotta say, that's an immediate yes.
If you guys would have heard Christiana's screaming after she
does that though. She does that when she gets excited and want to watch the Cowboys.
I was like, did you get proposed to, or did you know, because it was like, wow. But you know, that's the cool story, right?
That is so sweet. Come on.
Yeah.
Imagine those pictures.
Oh, incredible! And he's been planning it for like 3 months. I mean,
that's a keeper.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
care what
keeper.
anyone says. That is a keeper.
maybe we can get some of those pictures and share their story. That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Todd, can you hear us still? Go grab their number.
Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah,
do
we
a
gotta
story
keep in touch
on
with
them.
that.
But
The
that's
feature
what
story.
Yeah, and that's what we love about Balloon Fiesta is that
So many stories.
there is stories out there that people they plan all year to come out here and do this. Maybe not a proposal, but like birthdays, you know, other special things that we've been seeing. So.
It's like you said, a bucket list event, and one of those situations where you're just like, hey, you know, you got this backdrop, and when again are you going to have a backdrop of like 100 balloons in the sky or whatever, you know, and take pictures. I mean, right? And so you got to take advantage of that, and you know, to have a wedding proposal or you know, whatever, or anniversary. Or you know, whatever. You need to have a pink balloon, I guess, if you're gonna have a little baby girl, or a blue balloon if you're gonna have a baby boy. You know, I mean, I'm throwing these ideas out there, right?
That's a really good one.
Are some people taking notes?
I know,
Right.
take notes.
So.
That's a really good one. But yeah, we have been seeing lots of great balloons out there still going on, and this should be going on the next couple hours here, huh? I mean, we're still seeing some being
that window, we talked about that till 10 o'clock, so we still got plenty of time, and maybe we'll see more of baby chicken from egg.
Yeah, baby chicken from egg. He's hatching.
Oh man, look at this view.
Wow.
Is that from Sky 7?
Yeah,
that has to be.
That is gorgeous. You know what it looks like? It looks like, I mean, oh my gosh, ornaments.
Yeah, they're just suspended there, right?
It's just beautiful.
And that's going to be you in a couple of days. Are you excited?
I know, I'm so excited. It's on my bucket list. It's been on my bucket list. Maybe I can meet one of the skydivers that are doing something tonight, because there is a skydiving event tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That's also on my bucket list. Maybe I can kill 2 birds at one stone.
There you go, right?
The skydiving, like they hop out and they have fireworks like attached to their ankles, and they're coming down through the sky. Really, like, and they're carrying the flag.
And what's wild, what's wild is that they actually land on the field. So if you're on the field, those skydivers come down with the fires, fireworks, like you said, and then they land on the field, and it's just like, oh wow, you actually see it come all the way from the plane right down to the field, and you can walk right up to them, and it's just amazing.
That is really amazing. And we mentioned one of those events. So coming up at 10 o'clock, we have the chainsaw carving. It resumes at 3, and then that's followed by the team fast track skydiving at 5. At 6:30, it's the Twilight Twinkle Glow. Team Fast Tracks performs again at 7:30, and then 15 minutes later is the drone light show. We saw that earlier this morning. Amazing. Yeah. And the Afterglow fireworks show, that wraps up the evening at 8 o'clock.
And Corey and I were talking about the weather, how it looks. There's some parking information as well. $20 to park at Balloon Fiesta Park. Cash only, of course. Always remember, you got to have the cash. But there's the locations where you get park and ride. The weather right now is looking good for this evening's events, for the Balloon Glow, the Twilight Twinkle Glow. So if you are heading out there this evening, it is looking like the weather will cooperate. And tomorrow morning, I think that we're going to have an even more spectacular Mass Ascension.
And if you want to take advantage of park and ride, this is the adult tickets, $28, seniors $26, children 6 to 12, it's $13, children 5 and under are free, and that does include admission to Balloon Fiesta.
There are your ticket prices as well. $15 for adults, and kids under 12 and under free, no refund. Did you just say this?
No. This is admission ticket. So there's a park and ride, and then this is general admission. And remember, there are no refunds available, but tickets for canceled events, that can be used for future sessions.
And make sure you bring some extra cash, because you'll definitely want to try the food out there.
Yeah.
So many food options.
Probably buy the poster, try to get some pins.
What was the Macology.
The Macology. I take my mac and cheese, mix it with a little bit of crawfish. That would be just, I'm like back in Louisiana now.
Now, see, in New Mexico, we'd wrap it all in a burrito, and it'd be like, and throw some red chili on it or something.
And call it a New Mexican mac and cheese.
Right?
Yep.
We're hungry.
Thank you guys for joining us for our special coverage of the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. We'll see you right back here tonight, and we'll also see you tomorrow morning. We'll leave you with the best sights and sounds from the morning. Enjoy the rest of your day.
That's the apple. All right, we're done, bro. High five.